much about history.
Check A1.
Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a sliding rule is for. But I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one If you change your mind, take a chance. I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try, take a chance on me. That's all I ask of you, honey. Take a chance on me. We can go dancing, we can go walking, as long as we're together. Listen to some music, maybe just spoken, to know you better. 'Cause you know I've got so much that I wanna do. When I dream I'm alone with you, it's magic. You want me to leave it there, afraid of a love affair, but I think you know that I can't let go. If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try, take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Oh, you can take your time, baby. I in no hurry. I'm gonna get you. You don't wanna hurt me, baby. Don't worry. I ain't gonna let you. Let me tell you now, my love is strong enough to last when things are rough. It's magic. You say that I waste my time, but I can't get you off my mind. Oh, I can't let go. 'Cause I love you so. If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, baby, can't you see? Gotta put me to the test. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, baby, can't you see? Gotta put me to the test. Take a chance on me. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, baby, can't you see?
Now I had the time of my life. No, I never felt like this before. Yes, I swear it's a truth, and I owe it all to you.
'Cause I had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
I've been waiting for so long. Now I finally found someone to stand by me.
Saw the writing on the wall, and we felt this magical.
never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's a truth, and I owe it all to you. I had the time of my life. No, I never felt this way before. Yes, I swear it's a truth, and I owe it all to you. 'Cause I had the time of my life. Chance to
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as we proudly present the Miami University class of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty of Miami University. Ladies and gentlemen, presiding over our spring commencement ceremony, please welcome the 22nd President of Miami University, Dr. Greg Crawford, and our 2026 Platform Party. Please remain standing and remove your hats for the entry of the color guard and the singing of our national anthem.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Well, good morning. What a beautiful day it is. Welcome to the Miami University class of 2026. It is my pleasure to welcome you and to Miami University's 187th spring commencement. And let's give a big round of applause to Logan Crooks, class of 26, who so beautifully sang our national anthem. We are grateful to our ROTC units who presented our nation's colors. And as we gather today, we lift up the brave women and men who have served our nation in the U.S. Armed Forces, both those currently serving and those who are veterans. Will all veterans and those currently serving please rise if you're able so we can thank you for your service. And welcome, Miami students, family, friends, faculty, staff, esteemed guests, and welcome to all those viewing us in cyberspace from around the world. This is the most special day of the year when the entire Miami family comes together to celebrate the accomplishments of our newest graduates. Miami class of 2026, please rise if you're able. A big congratulations to you all. Please remain standing. Now, graduates, it's your turn. And let's remain standing and give a big, enthusiastic round of applause for all of those who have helped you get through your journey here at Miami University. Please be seated. Now let us recognize the extraordinary, dedicated Miamians who have touched your life in so many ways. Would all of our faculty current and emeriti, please stand if you're able. Distinguished faculty are the lifeblood of a university. Miami professors have made an indelible mark upon you through their teaching, their scholarship, and their mentorship. Please join me in a big round of applause. Please be seated. And let us take a moment to recognize our Miami University staff. They work tirelessly, often behind the scenes, to support you. Would all Miami staff please rise if you're able? Let's give them a big round of applause. And next, will the members of our Board of Trustees please stand? And will our deans and members of the President Executive Cabinet please stand, and also our university ambassador. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to Miami University, sustaining the legacy of love and honor for future generations. Please be seated. And will Associated Student Government President Daniel Martin please stand? Our deepest gratitude to you and your leadership team for your dedicated service and leadership on behalf of the Miami University student body. It has been an honor to work with you and Vice President Kirsten Ostenball. And will the commanding officers of our ROTC units please stand? We admire your courage, commitment, and leadership. Thank you for preparing the next generation of officers to protect and defend democracy and our freedoms we enjoy. We are grateful for your service. And will our special guest, John Harbaugh, head coach of the New York Giants, member of the Cradle of Coaches, and Miami University class of '84, please stand. And I need to ask all of you a favor. We're all Miamians and we support Miamians. So today we're all New York Giants fans. So we'll try that again. On three, we need a go Giants. 1, 2, 3. Go Giants! Coach Harbaugh will deliver our commencement address, and we are honored to have him with us today on the platform. My remarks today will focus on the virtue of courage. Over 5 summers between 2010 and 2015, I bicycled across the country 5 times, over 15,000 miles. I was raising money and awareness for the rare disease Niemann-Pick type C, a fatal childhood disease. I was riding that bike for the foundation of Ara Parsegian, one of the great coaches of all-time Miami history. Each ride, about a month long, about 100 miles a day, pushed me through deserts, windy plains, rainstorms, and the Rocky Mountains. And over those years, I raised about $2 million for research on this fatal childhood disease. Still today, people often ask me how I got in shape for such a physically demanding journey. And the truth is, no preparation can get you in shape for such a ride. But I got in shape enough to have the courage just to start. And then I grew stronger and got in shape along the way. My mindset was hyper-focused on the mission, helping children and families facing the fatal childhood disease. Encouragement and supporters, the Niemann-Pick children that I met along the way, became my strength. And each day, I found more courage for the next. Miami graduates are courageous. It is the reason so many lead at the highest levels. As you reflect on your Miami experience today, you join a powerful community. CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, entrepreneurs who built unicorn enterprises, authors, artists, doctors, elected officials, military officers, and legendary coaches. My bike ride story is absolutely true. Just ask Renata, who biked behind me all those miles, or as she remembers it in front of me. But nevertheless, it demonstrates something deeper, that teamwork builds strength and shared purpose builds courage. Miami graduates, you may be asked to lead sooner than you think. In fact, I know you will. And when that moment comes, you may not feel ready or in shape, but you are. Your broad education, your deep experience, your social skills, your ability to work with others have prepared you well. So have the courage to say yes and the confidence to grow into the role along the way. My cross-country biking experiences and leadership roles over the years have taught me 4 enduring truths about leadership of courage. First, courage involves fear and resolve despite risks. Don't eliminate fear, but use it. President Franklin Roosevelt said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that something else is more important." Fear is a data point for you all. It reveals what matters most, what is at stake, and where growth lies. You can control fear, you can examine fear, you can learn from fear. You are thinking reasonable individuals, and use that strength that you have that will take you to act. Don't withdraw, don't rush recklessly. This is where courage lives. If you feel no fear, you may not be aiming high enough. Second, practice wise courage, meeting judgment with strength. Courage is not just bold action, but it's directed action. Know the risks, own the consequences. Recklessness is acting without thought, and cowardice is not acting at all. Courage with judgment is leadership. You practice this at Miami, in challenging courses, in research, and in campus leadership positions. You step forward despite uncertainty and made courage a habit. True courage sees the risks, but steps forward anyway. And third, clarity of purpose, your moral compass. Know your why. Courage fades without purpose. Purpose renews it. When your why is crystal clear, your how becomes possible, even under pressure. In difficult moments, your purpose becomes your North Star and your endurance. Hold on to it, return to it, and let it guide you forward. And remember, when your purpose is clear, your courage becomes durable. And finally, courage is an enabling virtue. As Maya Angelou said, courage is the most important of all virtues because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently. Our code of love and honor requires courage. Integrity requires courage. Intellectual honesty requires courage. And character requires courage. Graduates, you have an accelerated start because of your Miami education, your depth of knowledge, your breadth of perspective and people skills, and your leadership ability will propel you to greater responsibility. Remember that Latin phrase on our seal, prodesse quam conspici, meaning to lead with humility. Serve rather than be seen. Do meaningful work, even if unrecognized. Let your results, not your visibility, define you. Contribute to the community and society. Embrace quiet excellence by leading with humility, integrity, and purpose. Choose courage to act over the comfort of inaction. So graduates, here's the charge. Start before you feel ready to finish. Take on the mountain before you know you can climb it. Leverage your fear. It means you're aiming high. Lead with wise courage. See clearly, choose boldly, and own the outcomes. Anchor everything in purpose. Know your why, and return to it when the road gets bumpy or steep. Keep advancing with courage in spite of the naysayers. Today, you will leave Miami with more than a degree. You leave with a discipline, resolve, judgment, and an alumni community that will support you for your lifetime. This place has prepared you to lead, not just succeed. So say yes to the hard assignment, to the uncertain path, and to the moment that asks more of you. You will grow along the way. One day, you will look back at the miles behind you, the people you lifted, the problems you solved, and the difference you made, all beginning here with the courage to commence. So Miami graduates, step forward with courage, lead with purpose, and go win your Super Bowl. Congratulations, class of 2026. It is now my pleasure to introduce Miss Mary Schell, class of 1987, and chair of the Miami University Board of Trustees. Hold it down, yeah.
Thank you, President Crawford. Graduates, congratulations. It is my honor as chair, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, to join your family and friends in celebrating with you. Miami University and Oxford, Ohio represent the traditions we all inherit here as students. You inherited them too, and you made them your own. Each of you has had your own unique experience and leave here having grown in ways that will make all the difference in your new life ahead. This is the place where, over time, with every challenge, your confidence has grown. During your years here, you became scholars, classmates, teammates, coworkers, and friends. You discovered what excites you and sometimes what doesn't. You learned to think critically and to live with the complexity that is real life. You showed up for class, you showed up for each other. And somewhere along the way, without noticing when, you grew up. Miami has prepared you well. Inside and outside the classroom, you built the skills and judgment to navigate a complex world. You developed the resilience you will need when you leave here. And you developed a better sense of who you are and who you can and want to be. Miami graduates lead. When you're finished here, among other things, that's what you are, leaders. So now it's your turn. We need you. The world needs you, and you are ready. We need your ideas, and especially your compassion. It is and always has been young people who can make the biggest change our world needs. This is your time, your opportunity to lead the rest of us. Seek out problems worth solving so that you continue to grow. Do work that matters. It will fulfill you. Bring others along with you and celebrate their success too. But also remember this. In a world that moves quickly and demands constant attention, there is real strength in quiet reflection. Slow down. Some of your best and most creative thinking will come in the quiet moments. It's okay, and it's important to unplug from the digital world. Protect these quiet moments and let them happen. And before you leave Oxford, take one last look. Admire the red brick buildings, the open lawns, and the sense of optimism that will always live here. It is a high honor to be a Miami University graduate, and you now join a global community of more than 200,000 Miami alumni. We promise you this: you are always welcome here. Graduates, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we are happy for you and we are proud of you. Your future is bright, and we are confident you will lead lives of purpose and impact, because after all, to think that in such a place, you led such a life. Congratulations. We will miss you. Love and honor. It is now my privilege to introduce your student body president, Daniel Martin.
Thank you, Chair Shell, President Crawford, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. I'm incredibly grateful to be with you all today. I want to personally welcome all of you to this momentous occasion. For those of you who might not know me, my name is Daniel Martin, and for the past year, I've had the honor and privilege of serving as your student body president. This past year has taught me a variety of skills and been a wonderful teacher, instilling valuable life lessons that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. For that, I'm thankful for all of you for allowing me to serve as your president. But enough about me. Allow me to take you back to the first day here at Miami. Before you shudder and cringe at the memory of your freshman year self, try to remember how you felt those first few days being on campus. For many of us, it was the first time we had ever been away from home, away from our loved ones, and yet we endured. Someone special once told me that nothing worth having is easy, and they must have been describing freshman year of college, because easy it was not. Learning the do's and don'ts of campus life, learning to live with other people in the dorms, and learning to be brave and trust in ourselves in order to branch out and make friends were all scary events for all of us. And yet here we are, having survived that time and being better for it. There are moments during our time here that didn't go as planned. Moments where we questioned ourselves, our paths, and even whether or not we belonged. But because of our friends, we kept going. We have fought for our place here at graduation, and we have fought hard to become the best version of ourselves. And now we can all breathe a sigh of relief because our day has arrived. When writing this speech, I wasn't sure what to include or even what to say. It was not until I sat down and thought about my time here at Miami and the people that I've met that I've been able to write this speech. Love and honor is more than just a lyric or a tagline. It's a promise to keep the ones we love close and never forget our time here at Miami. We have not only earned our place here at graduation, but also the many successes yet to come. And it is because of Miami and its ability to bring together friends who I'm proud to say have become family. When we think back to each difficult moment or challenge, I want you to remember the people who were by your side. Love and honor teaches us that the individual is nothing without the people around them who cheer them on and support them. It is these connections that will last us a lifetime, and we are stronger together. That is what makes Miami so special. Well, like so many of you, I'm sad to leave. I'm also grateful to be able to reminisce about such an amazing place. I've loved each moment and friend that I've made, whether that friend be peer, faculty, or staff, and have been changed for the better by each of those connections. But there's a comforting fact, knowing that Miami and Oxford will always be here for us to come back to, a place where we laughed, cried, stressed, and celebrated, a place we have the honor of calling home. With that being said, I'll leave you with one more thought. We have a saying here at Miami, to think in such a place, I led such a life. And I want each and every one of you to think back on everything you've done here at Miami and leave our amazing university and campus with a smile. Wherever we go next, we take this place and each other with us. Now, go out there and show the world what it means to be a Miami Redhawk. Be bold and daring, strong and fearless, and always remember you have a place here at Miami. Class of 2026, congratulations, we did it. Now, I invite you to join me in reciting a few phrases from the Code of Love and Honor, one final time before you are officially Miami graduates. So please repeat after me. I am Miami, and I believe that a liberal education is grounded in qualities of character and intellect. I respect the dignity, rights, and properties of other, and their right to hold and express desperate beliefs. I will honor, love, and make proud those who help me earn the joy and privilege of saying, To think in such a place, I led such a life. It is my honor to introduce the University Ambassador, Dr. Renata Crawford.
Thank you, Daniel, and thank you to all the Associated Student Government leaders representing Miami students. Congratulations, class of 2026. Today is a moment to celebrate just how far you've come. During your time at Miami, you've challenged yourselves, supported one another, and grown in ways that go beyond the classroom. You've contributed to something bigger than yourselves, helping shape the Miami community with your determination, curiosity, and compassion. Each of you leaves an imprint on this place. Greg and I have had the privilege of witnessing that impact firsthand through your ideas, your resilience, and the way you've shown up on stages, in classrooms, labs, studios, in the community, at our boot camps, and with our dogs. Those moments, they appreciate that. Those moments, big and small, are what define your time here. Now you step into what's next, wherever your path leads. Carry with you the skills and values you've built here, the drive to keep learning, the integrity to do things the right way, and a perspective to make a meaningful difference. Congratulations, graduates. We're proud of what you've done and even more excited to see what you'll do next. You are true Miami ambassadors. It is now my honor and privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Coach John Harbaugh. Coach Harbaugh brings with him a career defined by discipline, leadership, and an enduring connection to Miami University. A 1984 graduate and former Red Hawks defensive back, Coach Harbaugh balanced athletics and academic with distinction, earning Miami's Football Scholar Athlete Award. He often reflects on his college years as the most transformative period of his life, where he developed a deep appreciation for relationships, mentorship, and above all, persistence, values that have guided him throughout his career. Now head coach of the New York Giants, Coach Harbaugh has built an extraordinary legacy across nearly 3 decades in the NFL, including 19 seasons as head coach, a Super Bowl champion, we all saw the ring, and a 2019 NFL Coach of the Year. He is widely respected for his consistency, competitive excellence, and ability to lead teams to success in the toughest environments. Beyond the field, Coach Harbaugh is recognized for his commitment to service, particularly his long-standing support of the U.S. military. A member of Miami's prestigious cradle of coaches, he stands amongst the greats who have shaped the game. Please join me in welcoming Coach John Harbaugh.
Hey everybody, how you feel? Fired up? You did it. You did it. It wasn't easy. I sat in that very chair. Actually, I think President Crawford, one of the same chairs that we had a few years ago. You did it. I got a question for you. I hope you know the answer to it. Are you ready? As Miami graduates, who has it better than us? Nobody! Yes! You knew the answer! That answer's gonna stay with you for the rest of your life. We all take great pride, all of us old Miami alums. You know why? Because we can say when people ask, where'd you go to college? Miami. The Miami University. The only Miami University as far as I'm concerned. With pride. Because of you guys. You upheld that standard. Congratulations. You make us proud to say that your university is our university, all right? To the Miami administration, all right, led by President Crawford and this amazing board of trustees, thank you. for caring so much about our university. It matters to us. To the athletic administration led by David Saylor, thank you for caring so much about our university. We appreciate it. To the amazing faculty, thank you. You changed lives. You make students feel valued. I know that because I had a sociology professor, Dr. Phillips, who I haven't been able to get in touch with for all these years. And I'm still grateful, and I'd like to say thanks to her because she made a difference in my life. You've done that. To Miami coaches like Tom Reed of my era. Tom Reed used to always say, it's a great day for football. And it'd be a day like this or way worse. And we look at him like, what do you mean? It's like 0 degrees out here, coach. And he would say, every day is a great day for football. I would say it's a great day for a graduation, President Crawford. Not every day you get to graduate. Today's a great day for a graduation. Thanks to the amazing coaches here at Miami. You taught us how to compete. You taught us how to win. You did a lot of winning around here. We appreciate that too, as alumni. But finally, maybe most importantly, thank you to the families of these graduates. All you all sitting in the stands right here, all right? Do me a favor, all right? Find your family, find your friends, your supporter, point at them, wave at them, blow them a kiss, and thank them for what they did, for every sacrifice, for every sleepless night, for every moment of hope, for your child's well-being. I know how proud you are, and your graduate appreciates you more than they even know right now. They would not be here today without you. Class of 26 graduates, you are a unique generation. You know that, right? You've done well, and you've been through a lot. Your times were challenging. Times have always been challenging, but it's a little different now. You had the COVID storm. You had a lot of other storms. You had personal storms. You've overcome much. You persevered. But now you're here. You're ready for the next leg of your race. And while it's different now, a little bit, we still do have a lot in common. As I walked around campus yesterday, I know you've walked Slant Walk, right? Through the most beautiful campus in the world. Every day. I did too. A few times headed for the library. Right down Slant Rock. A few other times right past the library. Headed for Brick Street. We called it Uptown back then. Do you still call it Uptown? All right, Uptown. We were headed uptown. We were right by the president's house. We waved. We said, hey. We came back by the president's house too. Maybe you got your shoes stuck on the floor in the basement at CJ's. Anybody remember that? Did you go to a sorority fall dance with friends who'll stay in your life forever? I hope you did. I did. Catch a hockey game or a Miami baseball game or softball game on a sunny spring Oxford Saturday afternoon. Maybe had a drink. Sat behind the basket in Millette. We heckled the opponents then. Is that still allowed? You still do that? Yeah, good. Do they still have names on the houses here? My buddies had a house, all right? They got a house their 5th year because we had to stay in the dorm for 4 years back then. They got a house, they wanted to name it, all right? So they got a pizza box, tore it in half, nailed it to the pole, and wrote in marker the name of their house. They called it the Cradle of Roaches. Actually more appropriate than you'd probably want to admit at the time. I hope you were able to create memories with friends while you were here. I hope you got stories to share for the years to come. My freshman roommate and I still talk about the challenges of our first summer football camp. 90+ degree practices, Coach Martin. Getting to know your teammates, the uncertainty of who would stay, who would go. Those moments bonded us for life. You will carry this wonderful place and those amazing moments with you everywhere you go for the rest of your life. Some of my friends are actually here today. We will be tailgating in the parking lot later, if you care to join us. Of all the great things, that's probably the best part of Miami, your friends. You will remember those great times, the fun times, the laughs. But you'll remember the tough times too. They shape you as much as the good times, probably more. For me, a tough time was not becoming the football player that I dreamed of, but trying hard, sticking with it anyway, and ultimately experiencing a memorable moment right here on this field, in this stadium, the very first game in Yager Stadium. How many years ago was that? It was a few years ago, all right? On the 30-yard line, I stood, okay? I was a game captain thanks to my great coach, Tim Rose, and I was on the kickoff return team to start the game. That was our bench. That was the opponent's bench back then. I stood on the 30-yard line for the kickoff return. My dad was actually the head coach of the other team. Can you imagine? So I'm out there, the ball's teed up, and I'm ready to go, and I hear a familiar voice from that sideline over there say, "John! John!" I knew that voice. It's my dad's voice. I turned and looked at him. He pointed at me, right at me, and looked at me in the eye, and he said, "Kick ass!" I had 2 blocks on that play, 2 big blocks. Took the guy through the bench and to the wall, all right? That was a memorable moment. I'm never gonna forget, right on that 30-yard line. And I know you've had your moments too. Those moments are ones you will never forget. They may fade a little, but they'll stay with you because they belong to you. The triumphs and the trials are yours. They taught you, they made you grow. You're not the same person you were when you got here, are you? You're different now. You're still you, but you're a little wiser. Maybe some of us are a lot wiser. We've lived more, you know more, you have a better understanding of things. And most importantly, you have a better understanding of yourself. That's good, because your lives are about to change dramatically. College is a challenge, but the next part's gonna challenge you more. I promise you, a lot more. And you're having some thoughts now as you sit there. We all know, we sat there. What's it gonna look like? Maybe some doubts. I hope, hopes, and hopefully more, some big dreams, some really big dreams. But you're wondering, how's my life gonna go? You're asking, what's it gonna look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, or more? I'm here to tell you, the one and only thing that you can be sure of is it will not look exactly like you imagine it to look right now. It will be different. You'll learn from experience that life is best lived going forward, but it's best understood looking back. Definitely, things aren't always gonna go the way you plan. In fact, sometimes things will go way better. Sometimes things are gonna go so good, you won't even believe how well they're going. Sometimes the victories are just gonna be raining down on top of you. Your cup's gonna be overflowing. It's gonna feel like your head is being anointed with oil, figuratively, all right? So much good's gonna be happening in your life, and hopefully and prayerfully, you will get to love, and you will be loved. I have been blessed with the most wonderful wife ever. Ingrid, she's standing back there on the balcony, all right? And a daughter, Allison, who I cherish with everything I have. I hope you get a chance for that. Then also, there's gonna be tough times. They're gonna show up too. You might get a call with some bad news, maybe about your job. Maybe they'll tell you they don't want you anymore. Time to move on. It happens. In those moments, I hope you'll find resilience and that you'll be able to rejoice in all the good you still have and all the people who still care for you, that you'll come to understand that there is a great opportunity on the next horizon of your life and that you can still walk together into every uncertain future with the people you love. I've learned some really important things about success, great lessons. I'd like to share one with you. It's a superpower, really. It's about the amazing power of caring and encouragement. Have you heard of those? All right? And the incredible blessing that follows. About 25 years ago, I took the time and made an intention to tell a little child how special they must be for their dad to bring them out to practice that day. They were visiting a summer practice. I saw a big smile light up a little face, and it kind of surprised me. Since then, all those years ago, I've encouraged our players to kind of get on the kids' eye level and to tell them something, anything, that makes them feel good about who they are. It doesn't have to be a child either. I remind our players, the person you're speaking to might remember that encouragement for the rest of their life. And it might make them smile inside too, just like that little girl. There's something wonderful about finding a way to lift people up around you. Would you agree? Have you found that to be true? It's a great gift. It's a great gift to give someone. You might remember it when someone gave you that gift. Maybe the people sitting in the stands right there. And I'll bet when you do remember, you think about it, I bet you smile inside, right? I know I do. Most of us want to feel a sense of purpose, want to make our mark. Maybe you want to make a difference, do you? Have an impact? Be remembered someday? My experience is that the most profound way to do those types of things is to let caring for others be at the heart of what you do. So just imagine, for 1 minute, you step out of your comfort zone, take a little chance. Tell one person, just one person, that you see something special in them. What if you said something like, you know, I've noticed something about you, something that I admire, and it's an amazing thing. Imagine how that person might feel when you said that to them, right? Just think about how you would feel if someone said that to you. Okay? What'll happen when you take that chance? Think they'll be surprised? They might say thanks, they might smile. Who knows? But I guarantee you they will remember it. They will cherish it. And you know what's more? They will remember you for a long time, maybe for the rest of their life. You will have given that great person, you'll give that person a great gift. And what will it cost you? It won't cost you anything, okay? Now imagine again, what if you did that once a year? Once a year, you thought about doing that. How many lives would you impact? How about once a month? What if you were really intentional? What if you made this idea a part of who you are? What if you decided that once a week you would be intentional about finding someone who could use a lift? That'd be 52 times a year, 520 a decade. How many in your lifetime? How many lives? How many people would remember you? And that's only one a week. All right now, and what would you get back? I dare say, if you choose to think this way going forward and to act this way going forward, all those dreams you have right now as you sit there will come true and much, much more. That child we spoke of, all those years ago, 26 years ago, was a little girl visiting practice with her dad. Her dad passed away a few years later while chaperoning a school trip. She's now the mom of the cutest little boy you have ever seen and one of our closest family friends. See, that's the beauty of it all. That's the great irony of life. When you decide to think about others, just for the sake of others, it comes back to you many times over. And I promise, even in that one moment, when you see the smile or hear the thank you, or even you just see the surprised look, you will feel great. And something inside of you that you didn't even necessarily know was there will start to grow. And that's when you will begin to understand, looking back, what you're looking for today, what it all meant. And that is a great gift. Okay, there's one last thing with that. You need to understand this when you walk out of this stadium and you head into the next thing. Like the guy going to get his sales job in 2 months that I met coming out, man. You guys are fired up. I love you guys. Marketing guys, you guys, gals, you guys are ready to go. You're ready to go, but you need to understand this, okay? Think about this. Know this. Toughness is a talent. Toughness. Toughness is a decision. And if you decide that you're willing to make the choice to be tough, to know that the doubters, the discouragers, the detractors have no power over you when you make that choice. You cannot be defeated. I hope you've begun to learn from your experiences. While it is true that we can't control everything, you can control a lot. You can control a whole lot. In truth, you can control almost everything. The only things we aren't given to control in our life are the outcomes. The outcomes. Who wins and who loses? Man, have I ever come to learn that in the National Football League, right? Okay? But we can control all the rest. You can't control the outcome, but you can control everything else, all the rest. And all the rest is up to us. All the rest is up to you. Be tough. Take care of all the rest. And you will have many, many wonderful outcomes in your life for a long time. Love and honor to Miami and to you forever and a day. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Let's give Coach Harbaugh another big round of applause for those inspiring words. And thank you for reminding us of the power of caring, encouragement, and being a proud Miamian. We will now recognize and honor John and 2 other very special Miamians. Today, we award them with an honorary doctorate of humane letters for their service, their support, and their incredible success, and for a lifetime of giving back to their alma mater, their state, and our nation. Interim Provost and Executive Vice President, Dr. Chris Makaroff, and Dean Michael Crowder from the Graduate School, will you please join me?
Thank you, President Crawford. It is now my great honor and privilege to present to you each of our honorary doctoral candidates. As I call your name, please join the President and Dean Crowder. Sue Henry, Miami University, class of 1973. Whether mentoring students or participating in university leadership, Sue Henry is a vital supporter of Miami University. Using her labor law expertise, she helped launch Miami's pre-law program, which is named in her honor. She has served on Miami's Board of Trustees, chaired the Foundation Board's Governance Committee, and participated in the Miami Women's Steering Committee. She currently sits on the For Love, For Honor, For Those Who Will National Campaign Steering Committee. The Sue Henry and Carter Phillips Student Activity Suite in Miami's Armstrong Student Center, named for Sue and her husband, reflect their deep commitment to Miami's students. President Crawford and Provost Emeritus Phyllis Callahan will now present the honorary doctorate degree in academichood. Congratulations, Dr. Henry. Dwight Merriman, Miami University class of 1990. Will you please come forward? Dwight Merriman has built a career at the forefront of the internet industry while maintaining strong ties to Miami University. A member of the College of Engineering and Computing Executive Advisory Council, he frequently returns to Miami to share his expertise. His philanthropy to his alma mater includes the Dwight and Jody Merriman Lab for the Department of Computer Science and Software Engineering, as well as a faculty research fund supporting undergraduate research topics. His continued engagement reflects a commitment to advancing opportunities for the future of Miami students. President Crawford and Dean Crowder will now present the honorary doctorate degree in academichood. Congratulations, Dr. Merriman. And now, John Harbaugh. Will you please join President Crawford and Dr. Crowder, please? As you heard earlier, Coach John Harbaugh is a proud Miami alum who played defensive back for the Red Hawks, a 28-year NFL coaching veteran and a member of our prestigious Cradle of Coaches. Off the field, he is a dedicated advocate for the U.S. military, having received the NFL's Salute to Service Award. President Crawford and Dean Crowder will now present the honorary doctorate degree in academichood. Congratulations, Dr. Harbaugh.
Will our honorary degree recipients please rise? With the approval of the faculty, the Board of Trustees of Miami University, and under the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio, it is now my privilege to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. We are proud to formally recognize your contributions to Miami University and the impact you had on the Academy and on society. Please join me in a big round of applause congratulating these incredible Miamians. Congratulations. It is now time to recognize our ROTC commanding officers who are retiring after many years of dedicated service. Lieutenant Colonel Leslie Stanfield, will you join me at the podium, please? Colonel Stanfield is concluding a 22-year career in the U.S. Army, with the last 4 years serving as Department Chair of Military Science and Army ROTC Commander at Miami University. I now present him with the President's Medallion in recognition and honor for his service to Miami University and our nation. Thank you so much, Colonel. Colonel Umholtz, will you please join me at the podium? Colonel Umholtz has served as Chair and Professor of Aerospace Studies and Commander of Air Force ROTC Detachment 640 since 2024. A Miami Air Force ROTC graduate himself, his military service began here on Commencement Day 21 years ago. I present him with the President's Medallion in recognition and honor of his service to Miami University and our nation. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
It is now time to recognize the members of the class of 2026 who are graduating with University and Latin honors. Graduation with Latin honors is based on a cumulative grade point average. Only the top 17% of Miami undergraduates receive this honor. Will cum laude graduates please stand if you're able? Students who graduate cum laude comprise 10% of undergraduate Latin honors at Miami University, and a big congratulations to you all. You may be seated. Will the magna cum laude graduates please stand if you're able? Students graduating magna cum laude comprise 5% of the undergraduate Latin honor students here at Miami University. A big congratulations to you all. You may be seated. And finally, will the students graduating summa cum laude, if you are not too exhausted from studying, please stand if you're able. These remarkable students have distinguished themselves by achieving a grade point average, placing them in the top 2% of all students here at Miami University. Congratulations. You may be seated. We will now recognize students who have earned university honors and departmental honors. Would all graduates who have earned these honors please stand if you're able? I offer my sincere congratulations to each of you on your exceptional academic achievements. Congratulations. Please be seated. At Miami University, students may graduate cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. But today, only 3 individuals will earn the university's rarest and most mysterious distinction, and that is swoop laude, a title reserved for those swoop mascots willing to wear 20 pounds of feathers survived 90-degree football games, and somehow hugged tens of thousands of students and fans and family members without losing consciousness. So now, before our graduating class and in front of the entire Miami community, would the real Swoops please reveal yourself? Well, congratulations to you all. It is now the special time that each of you has been waiting for, the presentations of the graduates. It is with great pleasure that I invite Captain Shane Moore, Commanding Officer, United States Navy, to come forward to administer the oath of office to our newest ROTC midshipmen and cadets who will serve our country as officers. Gotta hold it.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Red Hawks. Gray skies, heavy rain. It's a fine Navy day and a great day for football. Fellow Miami faculty, staff, distinguished visitors, friends, family of the graduates, it's an honor to be part of today's ceremony. Let me begin by saying on behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Unholtz, Lieutenant Colonel Stanfield, President, and Dr. Crawford, we want to thank you not only for the amazing support Miami University gives to the U.S. military, but your personal support to the men and women of the 3 ROTC programs. Thank you. The men and women in front of you today are about to begin a new chapter in their lives. It is one that they have trained, studied, and tirelessly prepared for the last 4 years. It is a chapter defined by the service and sacrifice of a cause greater than themselves. This journey begins with the oath of office. It is an oath that has evolved but existed for 250 years. It is an oath that is unique to the militaries of the world. For we do not take an oath to a country, a tribe. We do not take an oath to a party or to a king or a person at all. We take an oath to the Constitution, affirming that our duty is to the rule of law and the democratic ideals enshrined in that document. It binds officers to a higher standard, one of honor, courage, commitment, loyalty, duty, respect, integrity, accountability, and service. It comes with a code of conduct that states we are fighting in the forces which guard our country and our way of life. They are prepared to give their life in their defense. In taking this oath, these officers become not just guardians of our national security, but of the values that make America worth defending. I will now ask that any military members in the audience who have the ability to rise, please do so, and attention to oath. Cadets, midshipmen, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office that I'm about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, our newest officers, the United States Army, United States Marine Corps, United States Navy, and United States Air Force.
I now welcome Provost Chris Makaroff to the podium for the presentation of the candidates for degrees.
Thank you, President Crawford. As provost of this remarkable university, let me extend my personal congratulations to the graduates as well. President Crawford and Coach Harbaugh reminded us of the importance of courage, connection, and living with purpose. Remember, no achievement happens alone. The support you've received and the relationships you have had at Miami have laid the foundation for the next steps of your journey. Now take what you've learned here and lean into making your dreams a reality. But in doing so, remember that it is now your turn to provide the support and encouragement that helps lift others. We are so proud of your accomplishments here at Miami, and we look forward to hearing about your next chapter as successful alumni and caring world citizens. Now let's get to the most important part of our ceremony, our graduates. I now invite Dr. Mike Crowder, Dean of the Graduate School, to present the candidates for our graduate degrees. After our graduate degrees have been presented, our divisional deans will present our undergraduate degree candidates. Dean Crowder.
My script says good morning, but good afternoon. On behalf of the Graduate School, it is my honor and privilege to acknowledge the accomplishments of our graduates here today who have completed their graduate programs of study. Will all the graduates with a Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education please stand as you're able? It is my distinct honor to present the graduates with a Doctor of Philosophy and Doctorate of Education degree. The doctoral degree is the highest academic degree and culminates a minimum of 4 years of study and research beyond the baccalaureate. After the completion of formal coursework, the candidate must pass comprehensive written and oral exams in the field of study and then write and defend a dissertation that makes an original scholarly contribution to the discipline. With the approval of the graduate faculty, each of these candidates has completed all of their requirements for his, her, or their degree, and I present these future scholars and leaders in science, education, social science, and humanities to you with pride. Our first doctoral degree is presented posthumously to Dan Darko, Miami's beloved director of the Miller Center for Student Disability Services. Before calling Dan's parents to the platform to accept the degree, may we please have a moment of silence in memory of Dan. Will the marshals now please direct Jeff and Barbara Lise Darko to the stage to receive Dan's doctoral degree. The Graduate School presents the posthumous Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership for Daniel Clark Darko. This degree is received on his behalf by Jeff and Barbara Lise Darko. The hood and diploma are being presented by Dean Amity Noltemeyer. The marshals will now direct the graduates and their major or hooding professors to the stage for the hooding ceremony, and so that President Crawford can congratulate them. Kathleen Marie Crow, DNP Nursing, Major Professor Dr. Anna Resler, Hooding Professor Dr. Jennifer Rohde. Marina Mendez Lemos de Oliveira, DNP Nursing, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Tricia New. And I'd like to point out that Kathleen and Marina are Miami's first Doctor of Nursing practice graduates in our history. Rachel Ann Howard, EDD Educational Leadership, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Kathleen Knight Abowitz. Carrie Lynn Shawver, EDD Educational Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Judy Alston, Hooding Professor Dr. Guy Parmesan. Crystal Watson, EDD Educational Leadership, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Erica Fernandez. Pyresa Adlifar, PhD in English, Major Professors Dr. Katie Johnson and Dr. Anna Manure, Hooding Professor Dr. Madeline Detloff. Renuka Baral, PhD Chemistry, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Scott Hartley. Noah Blumenthal, PhD, Ecology, Evolution, and Environmental Biology, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Melanie Fish. Michael Wiley Brace, PhD in Psychology, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Christopher Wolf. Samuel Patterson Brown, PhD Biology, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Joseph Ransel. Etta Caver, PhD Educational Leadership, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Cheryl Sellers. Emily Galloway, PhD in Biology, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Jonathan Bauer. Morgan Gray, PhD in Geology, Major Professor, Dr. Mark Kreckler, Hooding Professor, Dr. Claire McLeod. Dong-Yi Guo, PhD Geology, Major Professor Dr. Hailing Dong, Hooding Professor Dr. James Leong. Joseph James Hawkins, PhD Educational Leadership, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Kathleen Knight Abowitz. Jed Woods Haynes, PhD Educational Leadership, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Joel Moline. Jocelyn Elizabeth Marakeen Desving, PhD Psychology, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Christopher Wolf. Sarah Agnes Meany, PhD Educational Leadership, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Thomas Petter. Flora Shu Mung Young, PhD Cellular, Molecular, and Structural Biology, Major Professors Dr. Haifei Shi, Dr. Shun Liang, Hooding Professor Dr. Haifei Shi. Deanna Grace Newport, PhD Ecology, Evolution, and Environmental Biology, Major Professors Dr. Richard Moore and Jonathan Bauer, Hooding Professor Dr. Richard Moore. Rena Perez, PhD in English, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Elizabeth Wardle. Abraham Raji, PhD in Chemistry, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Dominic Konkalowitz. Nancy Chichumba Roteach, PhD in Chemistry, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Gary Lorigan.
Congratulations.
Nasum, PhD Gerontology, Major and Hooding Professor Dr. Sarah McLaughlin. Dormetria LaSharn Robinson Thompson, PhD, Educational Leadership, Major and Hooding Professor, Dr. Lisa Weems.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Roshan Tim Siha, PhD Microbiology, Major Professor and Hooding Professor, Dr. DJ Ferguson. Sean Wei Ho, PhD Engineering, Major Professors Dr. Wei Wang and Dr. Katie Del Rey Songas, Hooding Professor Dr. Wei Wang. I'd also like to mention this is Miami's first PhD in Engineering and History. Lei Yu, PhD Gerontology, Major Professor Dr. Surunu Jamir, Hooding Professor Dr. Surunu Jamir. Please join me in congratulating all of the doctoral graduates. Will the candidates for a master's degree and the candidates for the specialist in education degree please stand as you're able? I have the pleasure to present the candidates for the master's degree and the specialist in education degree. The master's degree requires a minimum of 30 credit hours of coursework and scholarly activities beyond the baccalaureate degree, and the specialist in education degree requires an additional 48 hours beyond the master's degree. These rigorous programs prepare our graduates to enter the workforce as advanced professionals or for further academic study. I present them to you with pride. The candidates for the master's degree and specialist in education graduates will be recognized by name at their respective divisional recognition ceremonies later today and tomorrow. Please join me in congratulating all those receiving master's and specialist degrees. Please be seated. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Maura Casey, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Applied Sciences, to present the graduates of her college.
Will the graduates from the College of Liberal Arts and Applied Science please rise and remain standing if you are able? These graduates have earned degrees from a wide array of disciplines ranging from engineering technology to nursing. Graduates, you are fully equipped to enter your chosen professions, move forward into graduate programs, enhance the economic growth and development of our region, help build and lead our communities, and contribute to shaping our nation's future. I am confident you are on a path towards success, whatever that path may be. Congratulations to each one of you. We are enormously proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, our vision of the College of Liberal Arts and Applied Science is twofold: empowering minds and strengthening communities. These graduates are prime examples of that vision today and in the years to come. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of the College of Liberal Arts and Applied Science, and with a great sense of pride in their accomplishments, I proudly present to you Miami University's College of Liberal Arts and Applied Science Class of 2026. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. I now invite Dr. Bina Sukamaran, Dean of the College of Engineering and Computing, to present the graduates of her college.
Will the candidates from the College of Engineering and Computing please rise and remain standing if you're able. Graduates, look around at the result of years of rigor, late nights, and relentless curiosity. Our engineering and computer science graduates are uniquely prepared for the 21st century's most complex challenges, from AI and cybersecurity to semiconductor fabrication, automotive design, paper manufacturing, environmental remediation, and medical innovation. This success reflects the dedication of our faculty and staff who have crafted a curriculum that merges liberal arts, critical thinking with hands-on project-based learning. Our graduates leave us as articulate systems thinkers and leaders who don't just design technical solutions, but understand their human context. They're innovative and imaginative and will surely have a positive impact on their communities and the world. Please join me in celebrating our incredible graduates. Please be seated. I would now like to invite Dr. Ryan Fisher, Dean of the College of Creative Arts, to present the graduates of his college.
Will the candidates from the College of Creative Arts please rise and remain standing if you are able? Standing before you are diverse and accomplished creatives. They are artists, architects, designers, historians, musicians, actors, directors, educators, entrepreneurs, and digital media specialists. These graduates are prepared to forge new pathways, empowered by the knowledge, skills, and experiences they've cultivated during their time at Miami. Their visionary ideas and creativity will inspire us to all reimagine and create a more meaningful, beautiful world. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. Please be seated. I now invite Dr. Jenny Derrick, Dean of the Farmer School of Business, to present the graduates of her college.
Will the candidates from the Farmer School of Business please rise and remain standing if you're able? It is my absolute honor and privilege to present this very accomplished group of Miamians. The Farmer School of Business graduates are beyond ready to add value to any organization on day one, and they're equipped to tackle the challenge of becoming responsible global leaders. Our graduates are innovative, creative, agile, data-driven decision makers who are excellent communicators and are well-versed in a number of areas, including accountancy, economics, entrepreneurship, finance, real estate, marketing, human capital management and leadership, supply chain management, information and cybersecurity management, and analytics. But more importantly, they have been trained with one goal in mind: to lead effective organizations that provide people with meaning and purpose, that ultimately do good, and therefore create a stronger global economy in which we all benefit. We know our graduates will uphold our pillars of integrity, respect, and responsibility in all that they do. So please join me in congratulating our graduates. I now invite Dr. Amity Nolmater, Dean of the College of Education, Health and Society, to present the graduates of her college. Thank you.
Will the graduates from the College of Education, Health and Society please rise and remain standing if you are able? On behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, Health and Society, I present to you our newest leaders and change makers. These graduates have completed a rigorous academic journey and stand ready to put their expertise into practice to transform lives in powerful ways. They leave here prepared to elevate learning, promote wellness, and champion the health and success of individuals, families, and teams. They will cultivate stronger schools, healthier organizations, and more vibrant communities. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. Please be seated. I now invite Dr. Renee Bernstein, Dean of the College of Arts and Science, to present the graduates of her college.
Last but best. Will the candidates from the College of Arts and Science please rise and stand? Remain standing if you're able. It is my honor to present to you the class of 2026 from the College of Arts and Science, representing degrees from across the physical and biological sciences, the social sciences, and the humanities. They have mastered the in-depth knowledge of their chosen majors to embody the broad intellectual framework, critical thinking, and transferable skills that together are the foundation of a liberal arts education. Soon, our graduates will assume leadership positions in an increasingly diverse range of careers in science and technology, business, communications and media, education, government, and healthcare. Many will be in jobs that don't exist today. They will make Miami proud by bringing about positive economic, political, and social change, and we can't wait to see their accomplishments in the years to come. Please join me in congratulating our graduates.
And now the moment that you've all been waiting for. Can the graduates please stand if you're able, all of you? Okay, you gotta follow instructions here, guys, okay? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio, and with the approval of the faculty and board of trustees at Miami University, I hereby confer associate, bachelor's, master's or specialist or doctorate degrees upon all those who have successfully recruited the requirements. Graduates, please move your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. Alrighty, please be seated. We now come to the close of this ceremony and the final moments of your journey here at Miami. In a few minutes, members of the Miami University Men's Glee Club will lead the singing of our alma mater, which can be found on the back of your commencement bulletin. Afterward, the marshals will lead the platform party and the faculty from the stadium. I ask the audience to please stay in place until this platform party has departed. Graduates, let us end on courage. As you step forward, you will hear a lot about courage. The courage to take risks, the courage to lead, the courage in uncertainty. But courage rarely develops in isolation. It is often sparked, shaped, and strengthened by mentorship. And I am reminded by that today in a very personal way. My doctoral advisor at Renata's, Professor Bill Doan, who recently celebrated his 90th birthday, is here with us today. His guidance challenged and strengthened us in equal measure. His example of courage and commitment as a scientist, as a leader, and as a mentor helped shape our path. He is here today to see his granddaughter graduate from Miami University, the university I've had the privilege to lead for 10 years. It feels like a true full circle moment. It's a powerful reminder that the courage we carry forward is often given to us by those who believe in us the most. So now each of you has that opportunity and responsibility to do the same for others. You are ambassadors for our mission of love and honor. Wherever you go, you will carry Miami with you, and we know you will say, to think that in such a place, I led such a life. It has been a true honor and privilege to serve all of you as president. Renata and I will miss you tremendously. Thank you for being a big part of our lives, our boot camps. Thank you for all your research that you've done, your scholarship, and all the activities on campus. And thank you to a few of you who ding-dong ditched us at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. I was already up. And then to parents and loved ones here today, congratulations to all of you. We share in your pride. You did a great job raising your children. So now let's please rise together as you are able. And as your first act as Miami University alumni, please join the Men's Glee Club in singing our alma mater. Congratulations, class of 2026.